Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the state of the collection for 2026. So if you've watched these videos before, then you kind of know the drill. These are the watches that I've accumulated that over the past 365 days. And honestly, I thought that, with 2025, I would be too busy with school and I wouldn't have time to buy and review watches, but I've actually revamped probably roughly half my collection, which is way more than I thought, and my watch box is actually overflowing at this point. So lots of new watches, and in fact, some of these watches you'll see today, I actually haven't reviewed yet because I haven't had the time to. So a lot of new surprises and a few familiar faces. So let's get started. I'm gonna, as usual, go from the 2019 watches all the way up until the most recent ones. So let's go ahead and start with a familiar face. Let's start with the Casio A158. So the Casio A158 has been in my collection since November 2019. And I remember that because I got it from Black Friday at Amazon. So I got it for about $25 Canadian, and it's been in my collection ever since. Now, I don't wear this watch every day. It's mainly my travel watch. And the reason why I make this my travel watch is because it's so cheap, it's lightweight. I'm not really worried about getting it damaged or scratched. Not that I've damaged it that much. It's actually in pretty good condition up to this point. And I really have no intention of selling it or getting rid of it. As long as it still keeps ticking, there's really no reason for me to replace it. And it's still on that same battery. So that's a 6-year battery life so far, and it really has no signs of stopping. So really great watch, and I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of it anytime soon. So that is the Casio A158. Let's move on to the Citizen Chronomaster AQ4020-54Z. This is from 2020, and you can see from the footage, it's not doing too hot right now. And what I mean by that is I don't wear it very often. And because I don't wear it often enough, and I guess my room doesn't get enough background light from the sun, it's actually ticking once every 2 seconds now. And that's basically a low power mode. So this lower power mode it kind of kicks in when the battery is not charged enough. So I guess I'm not wearing this enough, and that's not seeing enough time in the sunlight. So before this video started, I actually shone a flashlight in front of it for 20 minutes, but you can see that it's still ticking once every 2 seconds. So I definitely need to get this under the light for a little while to get that boosted. But otherwise, yeah, unfortunately, I just don't wear it as often. I just have too many watches in my circulation, and I think I'm deviating a little bit away from dress watches. So, it's kind of unfortunate, but I definitely have no intentions of selling this. I think this watch, I get the most requests for me to sell it, in the YouTube comments, but so far, I don't think I'll sell this anytime soon. So that's it for 2020. Now we move on to 2021. And again, there's only one watch from this year, and that is the Casio A100 Pac-Man Edition. Now for this watch, I actually don't know why I keep it still, because I don't think I've worn this more than 2 or 3 days last year in 2025. It's a quite bright yellow gold case, and I don't know how I feel about that. I think the reason why I've kept it is because I like Pac-Man and I like the bracelet a lot. I'm not sure if I'll actually keep this watch. It's a nice little decoration piece, and it fits comfortably more or less, but the legibility isn't great. Again, that case, I'm not sure about that color, but we'll see if it survives 2026. So right now it's kind of on the borderline. So that's actually it for 2021. 2022, there's actually no watches. All the watches I bought in 2022 have been sold. So 2022 gets a skip. 2023 has also just one watch, and that is the Shanghai watch. So this is my grandfather's Shanghai watch. I have to note that it says 9:41 and it's 10:41. So it's lost an hour, and I wound up this watch at around 6 p.m. last night. So it's definitely losing time quite quickly. I think that, because it's such an old watch, I don't think the parts are that great. It's not doing too well. So I don't wear this very often. I did put this on one of the Artem straps that Artem gave me for their straps review, which is really nice. But yeah, this is more of a keepsake. I mainly just keep this in my watch box. I don't wear it very often, just because I don't want it to get any more damaged. I don't think this will be easy to fix. Shanghai is not It's not like a very common brand. And I don't even know if anyone in Canada could fix this. So kind of just sits in my watch box, but no intentions of selling it. So that is the Shanghai watch. That is it for 2023. So you can see that most of my watches don't last a few years. But let's look into 2024. This is the Bangkor watch, and this is also my grandfather's watch. To my understanding, this is a Swiss watch. It got serviced in China, so it got a new crystal, got a new crown. It's actually keeping time, like not too bad. Like it's actually pretty accurate, but I feel like the crown is a little bit loose at the moment. And my dad told me that this crown has already been replaced like twice, maybe 3 times. So this is the fourth time the crown has been replaced. And I can see why. Like the crown just feels a little bit loose, and that is also why I don't wear this watch too often. I feel like this type of watch probably doesn't have good water resistance, is quite fragile, and if this thing breaks, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. So this is definitely a watch that sits in the watch box for the most part. I don't think I actually wore it at all until this video for the past year. So that's a Bangkor watch. Now for 2024, we do have a few more watches that have survived the year. So we have this, we have the Casio Manga, the Casio G-Shock Manga Edition. I really like this watch. It's just such a nice design. It looks like a 2D watch on your wrist. And I think there's a few other watches that look like this, but I think G-Shock did it the best. It's just, it feels durable, great design. It's a little bit big for my wrist, but I'm okay with that. I mean, most G-Shocks are too big for a 6-inch wrist, but that's okay. I have no intentions of selling this watch. I think it looks super cool. I get compliments every now and then just based on the appearance of the watch. So highly recommend it if you can find it, but I think it's a little bit hard to find nowadays. So that is the G-Shock Manga Edition. Let's move on to another Japanese watch. We have the Kuo, the Oldsmith with the bronze case. This one was purchased in Kyoto, and I actually got to meet the founder of Kuo, who just happened to be working that day. And I love this watch because it gives that whole like rustic vintage feel, and it's held up pretty nicely. I think the bronze has some like patina forming, which is okay. I think that's to be expected. But otherwise, I think the dial looks great. It's small and compact. I can't remember the dimensions. I want to say this is probably like 34 or 36 millimeters in diameter, maybe right in the middle, might be 35. But the point is that it is super compact, very vintage feeling, great build quality. I highly recommend Kuo. I think they released like a few new models. I think they released something called the Sombrero and a different type of Royal Smith, something like that. So you can check out their watches. I highly recommend them. A little bit on the pricey side. I think this one was just under $1,000, like 700 Canadian dollars. So try and buy it in Kyoto versus buying it over online, because it is a bit cheaper if you buy it online. Okay, let's move on to more 2024 watches. This is my Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36 millimeter. I actually made a video on this in 2025, but I got this in 2024. This is my first modern Rolex, and I have no issues with this. After wearing so many watches in this channel, I think I've worn over 100 watches. I've reviewed less than 100, but I've owned over 100 the past 6 years. And this watch is definitely like one of the most comfortable watches I've worn. I never actually appreciated the bracelets of Rolex and just their build quality, their design, until I've tried out other watches and realized this is a very comfortable watch, and I have no problems wearing this every day. I used to wear this every day, but just in the past month, I've switched to a different watch, which you will see very soon. So no problems with this one. Yes, I was technically on the wait list for like 4 years, which is crazy, but it wasn't like an agonizing 4 years. I basically just would visit the dealer every every like 3 or 4 months and see if they had it in stock. So that's how I got this Oyster Perpetual. I'm actually hoping that once the warranty expires in 4 more years, I heard that you can actually get the dial swap by Rolex for a price, for a charge of course, but I might try and get a swap to like a green dial or one of their like special like pistachio lavender dials, but we'll see. All right, let's move on to now 2025. And how many watches have we gone over? We've gone over 2, 4, 6, 8. So we've gone over 8 watches that were acquired before 2025. Now here's the 2025 watches. This is the Casio F91W. This is with the lime green case and band. This one I bought from Japan, as most of my watches are. And I love this watch. The only thing I don't like is that when I change the battery, there's like a few specks of dust underneath the display. Again, that's just my bad. That was just, you know, oversight by me. So I guess I kind of have a bit of, I get annoyed when things aren't exactly perfect, which is why I don't wear this watch as often. So I just need to get that speck of dust out of the display, and then I think I'll wear this more often. Another thing that kind of prevents me from wearing this is that because it's such a bright green, the strap sometimes gets dirty. And then again, I don't feel like wearing it because it's dirty. So yeah, it's definitely not as versatile as like the black strap of the F91W. Because it's bright green, it definitely catches dirt a lot more easily. But I love this watch, it's super rare, and no intentions of selling it. Let's move on to another 2025. This is the very first Apple Watch. So this is something, it's not really like a piece of horology in terms of like the brand, you know, it's not like Seiko, it's not like Rolex, but this Apple Watch was released as a promotional product in 1995. And I guess I am an Apple fanboy now. I used to like Android and Windows, but I like Apple now. It's a really cool piece of history, right? Like this is something that you would only see, you know, just every now and then. I've actually never heard of it before until I watched like this, I think it was like a Vsauce video about it. So really cool. It's now 30 years old, you can believe it. It kind of looks tacky, but it's very appropriate for the time. No one's asked me about it yet. I think because people just think it's like some random fashion watch, but lots of history behind this one. I think it sells for a few $100s, but I was able to get this for like, I think less than 200 from Japan as usual. So really cool watch, really cool piece of history. Strap is a little bit stiff, but I don't think I have intentions of selling this watch either. Let's move on to Orient. So I believe by the time you see this video, you should have a review of the Orient Pride of Thailand edition. So I went to Thailand this summer, and this is, I think, the best version of the Bambino. It comes in a bracelet and a strap, but I felt like the suede strap or the nubuck leather strap is a lot nicer than the bracelet. I just like that tanned dial. Really like the tan dial. The box and the presentation was great when I reviewed it. And I haven't owned an Orient watch before. I've owned an Orient Star, but I sold it. But I think this one's really nice, especially with the sub-seconds hand wheel at the 6 o'clock. It's a lighter shade, so it kind of gives me this, almost like this feeling of jade. I'm also colorblind, so I don't know if this is the same color as jade. But I really like the strap and the dial combo, really nice. I'm not sure if I'll keep this because again, I have too many dress watches. So I'm not exactly sure if I'll keep it, but really cool watch. You're in Thailand, get this watch. Okay, here's a watch that you haven't seen yet because I definitely haven't reviewed this. This is the Casio Sauna watch. So this watch it was part of like a Kickstarter campaign, like a crowdfunding campaign, which I find kind of strange because it's Casio and they're a huge corporation. But they fundraised for this watch to be released. It's like temperature resistant. I think the water resistance is actually only just like 50 meters. But the main thing is the temperature resistance. It comes in this like cool plastic band that's kind of like the band you'd have when you have like for your locker chain, for your locker key. They usually come with this stretchy band. So really cool design. I've definitely got a lot of looks and people kind of ask like, what the heck is on your wrist? Really cool watch. And I got the more exclusive, what's it called? Sauna Ikitai version, which is super rare. I found one on Buy, very rare, can't find it anywhere else. Highly recommend it, and definitely keep an eye out for the review for this watch. Okay, we're almost done here. We have another Casio from Japan, haven't reviewed, from 2025. This is the Casio G-Shock Google Play Edition. And the story behind this one is that it was released as part of like a reward campaign for like Google Play points. It was only released in Japan, and I kind of impulsively bought it. I don't know if I'll actually keep it. Like, it looks cool, and I used to be like an Android fan, and I used to, you know, have Google Play points, Google Play Store stuff. And I remember they used to give out like surveys and stuff. So that was kind of the reason why I bought this watch to begin with, was, you know, I thought that, you know, I kind of have some ties to Google, and it's a rare limited edition, you know, only released once type thing, and you can't even really buy it. It was part of a rewards program. So I'll think about it, but it does have like a clear case and bracelet or strap, and clear cases and straps tend to yellow over time, which kind of makes it look, again, kind of dirty, kind of worn. So I'm not sure if I like that. And it's another G-Shock, which means it's a huge watch for my 6th interest. So I'll think about it. I'll definitely make a video about this watch. Okay, we're almost done. I hope you're still here. We're hitting almost the 20-minute mark, but the last watch for 2025, the one that I've worn even to bed, is this watch right here. This is the Omega Speedmaster Milano Cortina Special Edition. So this is a Olympic edition. Now Omega is the official timekeeper of the Olympics, so they like to release their, you know, special Olympic edition for both winter and summer. And so they decided to release a 38mm Speedmaster for the upcoming Winter Olympics. And I really like the dial of this watch. I love this kind of marbled bluish white look. I like how it's a reduced Speedmaster size, and they returned the bezel and the layout to more of the traditional reduced look, because the newer Speedmaster reduced kind of have these like oval windows, and they changed the bezel, but they changed it back for this one. So that's awesome. I love the feel. I know that the thickness is like 14.75mm, but to me, it doesn't feel like that. You can watch my review on it. It feels more like maybe like a 13mm watch. So it's a great watch. I don't know if it's really limited edition. You can actually buy it at the Omega store right now. You know, it's not like you have to go on some wait list. So awesome watch. I wear it to sleep. I don't know why, but it seems to help me fall asleep and stay asleep. So a little bit of a bonus. And that is it for now. So that is the collection for 2025. On your screen, I'm just gonna leave you with a photo or like a video of all the watches that are in my collection right now. Actually, except I'm lying. There's actually one more. There is a Seiko Prospex Tuna from Thailand that I got from Thailand this year. But the crown is a little bit stiff, so I actually sent it in for a warranty claim repair, and they accepted the repair, but they just had to find the gasket. So that Seiko Tuna is part of my collection. It replaces my old Tuna that I got from 2022, and I'll do a review on that. I just have to wait for the watch to come back, which might be another few months. So that is also part of my collection. And just as a comparison, here is the state of the collection from January 1st, 2025. And you can see that I've gotten rid of probably half my watches. So the Seiko STBR021, the Mini Stormtrooper, has been gone. It's been sold. The Seiko Giugiaro, the one with the interesting pushers, has also been sold. The Timex 364T has also been gone. The Omega Seamaster Quartz, the one that I got back in 2021, unfortunately, I sold it because I felt like the bracelet just didn't fit me well and I wasn't wearing it very often. The Seagull 1963, same deal, just it didn't fit very well and I wasn't wearing it very often, so I sold that. I also sold my Moonswatch Uranus edition. Again, it was just sitting in the watch box, and I think I kind of just outgrew those punchy colors. And finally, the Swatch What If that square watch that looks so cool. Again, it just didn't really fit in my rotation, and I didn't wear it for, you know, almost a year. And so that's why those watches are gone, and that's why the Casio Pac-Man might be the next one on the chopping block. But going back to the watch box, this is the final shot. Let me know what you guys think on my collection. Are there things that need to be changed? Are there things that you're surprised that I got rid of compared to last year? And what do you think I should add to this year? I think I should probably stop adding stuff because I'm gonna go bankrupt, but I love watches, so I'm always open. If someone has some suggestion, I'm very open to it. But on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching the 2026 update. I hope to see you in future videos when I continue going through medical school. But again, I'm always on this channel. I'm always active and trying to grow the channel as best I can. So thank you again for watching. Subscribe for more content. And as always, I'll see you all next time.